Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NeverOpenPod, the podcast open to everyone, except Ruby Sunday. I just can't. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't like it. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the NeverOpenPod, and with me, as always, are birds. And actually, the birds will do the music for me. Mr. Guy, say hello, Mr. Guy.
Hello, Mr. Guy. Hello, Luke. Hello to listeners, and hello to the birds that are hanging out outside your place. They are very loud. They're letting us know that they like what they like and what they don't like, just like us. So they're excellent podcasters, and we're happy to have them.
Yeah, definitely. Fucking birds, they're annoying me big time. I have a beagle dog, listeners, in case you don't know, and they love to go after birds. And I bet you right now she's chilling out with Charity as she's trying to work. So no, she's not out the back stalking her prey and keeping them away. Instead, she's just chilling after her walk. But yeah, let's do some professionalism first, Mr. Guy. And oh, by the way, I got a little mini rant for the AEW pay-per-view. It's nothing they did, but just something Fight did. It just really bugged me. But there's ways people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. We're on the Tweety. I'm at Grumpy2EB. Mr. Guy is at Truce for Tweets. Collectively, we are at NeverOpenPod. If you want to send us a written voice email, you can do that too. NeverOpenPod@gmail.com. And if you've got any of that Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can get merch that'll make you look never as black. Hey, and if you want to see me do this intro, I actually did it all right this time. And Andy didn't try to distract me either, which is pretty cool. You can do that on the YouTubes. We're there. Never Open Podcast. Give us a look-see. Hello. Hi.
Hey, that's us. We're the Never Open Podcast. And today we're going to talk about nights 9 and 10 of Beds of Super Jrs. But first, we're going to talk about AEW.
All right. So I watched the pay-per-view, right? Moxley beat Takeshita. He's the champ. It was an eliminated match, wasn't a title match anyway. So anyway.
Which pay-per-view was it?
Double or Nothing. Tanahashi turned up on a collision and he's chilling out with the Tony Khans and stuff too. So all that business. But I'm watching Double or Nothing and I'm enjoying it. And I see this pop up on Fight, right? And it's like, who do you think will win? Blah 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 blah. Do you think a chair or something? And like, it's this game where you get to like fucking vote on stuff. I'm like, can you just fuck off? Just go away. I'm trying to watch the show here. You know, and rather than take 2 seconds to be like, is there a button where I can fuck this off? I stewed over how annoying it was like half an hour before I was like, hey, there's a settings button right here. And apparently, and the annoying part was I was almost too stubborn to click the turn off button because it didn't say turn off and on. It said, do you want to tap out? So they're fucking asking me, give up.
That's right.
I was like, yeah, I give up. I don't want to see this. I don't want to win some competition thing. Look, I just want to watch the show. Just let me go away. Old white man wants to watch his program. Get out of here.
That sounds to me like what American sports is kind of like now, where they legalized sports gambling a couple years ago. And so now they're just constantly beating you over the head with DraftKings. And, you know, so like they go to commercial on like a sports game and they're like, hey, you can bet on this game right now on DraftKings, you know. It's so stupid. And every person I know who bets on those sites is up, which is shocking to me. It's amazing how they're all up. Every single one of them. It's almost like they're lying.
Yeah. We have gambling ads here, and they've smeared their fucking gambling feces all over sports to a point where I find it off-putting. Like when the commentators themselves are talking about gambling averages, I'm like, go fuck yourself. In every bad way. Fuck you. And before I switch to the Brave web browser, which totally cuts out commercials, so I don't have to worry about it on YouTube anymore. It's free. Brave, everyone. They don't give me any money. I've been using it for about a year now. And just for an added incentive, there's no ads on the hub of the other thing. No ads. Anyway, most of my YouTube ads would be sports bet or Ladbrokes, and oh my god, they can all fuck off. And anyone who makes those ads deserves to be in fucking hell. Anyway, let's talk wrestling.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you heard the news, but coming soon to New Japan is DraftKings. Sports betting is coming to New Japan.
Are you fucking
That's why
serious?
we set up this whole thing. Pretty soon, you'll be able to bet whether, Ishimori's going to go fuck your arm or fuck your leg. I mean, the good bet is the good money's on fuck your arm, but he might switch it up and go fuck your leg. You don't know. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait for Walker Texas Stewart to be telling us every 5 seconds what Chris Schmanchma thinks about what we should bet. You know what I mean? And Chris Charlton, I'm sure will be, very interesting to hear all his thoughts on these kinds of things.
If it's Young Lions, I'm betting on a draw.
The Birds were very interested in that particular subject.
I'm sorry, I was very passionate about how much those gambling things annoy me.
How dare you have an opinion, you son of a bitch? How dare you go on your own podcast and say what you want? Fuck off, Luke.
Well, on that note, let's go on another Doctor Who diatribe, even though I'm the only one out of the two of us that watches. No, fuck that. Let's talk about some goddamn.
Did you notice, Luke, this arena? It's called the Yoyogi Second Arena in Tokyo. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you noticed, but this place is familiar to us because this is where Takataichi Mania was when it wasn't at Kurgan Hall. It was the same place, And I'm like, oh my God, this is the Takataichi Mania venue. Right. Maybe New Japan can measure up, but I doubt it. Takataichi Mania drew a bigger crowd than the show. So
yeah, it did.
Made me laugh. So
yeah. All right, Mr. Guy. We're up night 9. We got B block to start. Do you want to start us off?
Sure. We got Chris and Walker Texas Stewart on the call. They're both together again. Grado Khan's on Japanese commentary. And we see, Luke, early in this evening, there are 2 new young lions. They are fresh. Their heads are shaved. One of them looks pretty jacked. I don't think they're nearly as expressive as Murashima, but we'll see
God,
what
his face is so good. I love his face.
So, our first match is Ninja Mac versus Kushida, and this is a potential elimination match for Kushida or for Ninja Mac, excuse me. So, which is odd because he has kind of a high score, but that's what we're doing in this year's tournament. Everybody has a high score except for like one dude. So, or 2 dudes. But anyway, so I also, just to warn people, I will be talking out of my ass on what I think things are as far as points and stuff like that. So I'll be leaving it up to Luke to correct me because I'll be wrong.
Yeah, that's all right. I have it all.
So we get some mat wrestling at the beginning, and then an endless karate standoff leads to some cool ass running the ropes, escapes, and double clutch cartwheel drop kick from Kushida. Ninja tries the special apron bomb, which is cool. He busted that out in the Hiromu match, which was neat. And Kushida tries a slide under the ropes version of the Ninja thing, and Ninja goes flipping off down the aisle. It's wild. So he hits
everyone off.
He's flipping. So he hits an Asai, twisting moonsault, and a dicing headbutt, it says, but I think that means diving headbutt. So Ninja tries the hoverboard lock, but Kushida was born in the hoverboard lock. So he reverses it, obviously, and Ninja Mac does a very Kushida-looking, like, catching armbar thing, but some awkward rolling pin near falls, and Kushida gets pinned by an awkward roll-up. Oh, this match was short. It was fun. The mat wrestling was poor compared to the flying stuff. Ninja Mac on 6, Kushida on 8.
Yes. Yeah, that is true. That was pretty good. It was good. But yeah, I just thought like Ninja Mac kind of had his number throughout the whole match, Mr. Kushida. He was not prepared for the Mac Daddy because he's gonna make you jump. Oh, I'll stop. Next we have an A-Block match. It is Kosei Fujita versus Hayata. And oh man, it's always great when I read back my notes. And my first note is this match is fine. It just gets kind of okay when Hayata is taking over and everyone's really behind Fujita. I am too. And this is not one of those matches that Hayata is having where what Hayata is doing is kind of clicking with me as much as some of the other matches that he's had. It's one of the it was fine kind of matches. But I like damn, you're only going to be like, this is the best match ever. Fujita nearly taps Hayata, but he shoulder caves. I really liked that kind of spot. I don't know. I thought it was unique. It was nice. Nice bit of selling there. There's a German bridge for 2 by Fujita, but no, the Shinobi strike or whatever Hayata does, and Hayata is on 10, Fujita is on 4 points. It was solid. It was fine.
Somebody should call their finishing move the Shinobi Shatter, right?
Yeah.
You know,
but they don't.
You know. Did you say the points already?
I did. Hayata is now on 10 points, and Fujita is currently on 4.
Okay, I just didn't want to repeat you because I wasn't paying attention. Clearly, I was trying to think of a Rolling Stones joke. But anyway, so I like that match a lot. You
didn't get no satisfaction.
All right. So I like seeing Fujita grow. We got to see him wrestle a guy from another promotion in front of his fans, and I thought that was kind of cool. Hayata was a dick and beat him. So Fujita still got some growing to go. You know, I like that match. So anyway, well, next, Luke, we have if I was going to bet on this one, I mean, I'd be betting Dragon Dia all the way, of course, because he's got all the points. It's Dragon Dia versus Sho. And Sho appears behind Dragon during his entrance and steals his skateboard. He's holding it ransom for points, you see. So he gets on the mic and says, well, if you give me the 2 points, I'll just give you the skateboard back. And that's a fair deal to me, I think. So Yujiro helps corral Dragon into the ring, and the match starts with Sho beating up Dragon, who is only worried about his precious skateboard. He doesn't care about his face. He doesn't care about his leg. He doesn't care about his arm. All he cares about is his stupid skateboard. So, damn kids and their damn skateboards.
Yeah, they don't care about points or, they don't care about knives backstage anymore.
So, Dragon finally gets his hands on the skateboard, and Sho tries to, trick the ref into thinking he got hit with a low blow, but no. Then Sho tries a low blow of his own, but Dragon catches it, and we get some of his shit in here. Dragon sweeps Sho's legs while he's holding the skateboard up, which then he hits himself in the head with comedic, of course, which is fun. So Asai moonsault, and Milano is entrusted with the precious skateboard after the moonsault. So he's very
trustworthy with possessions.
So he is. It's true. Particularly with pro wrestling possessions.
If you forgot your locker number, something, you can't find your key, Milano is just like, I got some locker space, man. So,
or he's like, I got the key. You gave it to me last night, remember?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't remember, Milano.
Thanks, Milano. Yeah.
So,
you know he doesn't like you when he's just like, no, I haven't seen your keys, man. Sorry.
That's what the collection stands for. I mean, it's a double meaning, So anyway, but so Dragon continues to get his offense in, and Sho gets the spanner, but Dragon foils the cheating and gives Sakamoto the spanner. That's enough for Sho to get a spear in. So Dragon gets a few near falls, but Sho power bombs him into the ref. Low blow. Skateboard brah! Running kick from Sho. He got the loaded boot thing again and kicks Dragon Dia. And we haven't talked about it yet. We mentioned it, but we didn't say what it's called. So Sho's using the old school Tokyo Pimps finish now because he's hanging out with Yujiro, and that's what he wins with. It's disrespectful, and the skateboard gets disrespected, which I'm on board with. Sho's on 8 points, and Dragon's on 0.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he is. I do that. The fucking powerbomb ref spot was amazing. I just burst out laughing like I was Milano. Oh my god, that was fucking funny. I really like this match. One thing I like about Sho and Evil is if this was like just Yujiro all the time, he's gonna do the exact same cheating spots every time because he has no imagination. Sho's got tried and tested ways of cheating in his matches now. But now he's added to it. Now I've got a loaded fucking boot. Kick. That's a different thing he hasn't been doing for ages. And, in a month or two, he'll probably add another element of another way of cheating. Which, I don't know, he keeps it fun and he keeps it fresh. At least for me, I know a lot of people are just like, oh, fuck House of Torture, but
Man,
I
how
think the show's fucking awesome. I think he's amazing.
I feel sorry for people who jumped off the, House of Torture train early in the House of Torture, existence, because it's turned out to be fantastic. And it was a little boring at first, but man, I kind of liked it all. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're apologists, We do have a New Japan podcast, so we're going to be probably favorable to all the shit. And I got the t-shirt, so yeah. I love them. Next is a really cool match. It is Bushi on 6 points versus Blake Christian on 8 points. And Bushi likes someone when he goes out of the way to catch Blake. So I'm like, all right. Bushi doesn't think Blake's a fucking idiot, or he can always kind of, maybe it's just me, but I always get a vibe from Bushi if I feel like he likes who he's working with, or who tickles him, and who he just thinks is a cunt, and he's just going to be like a total prick too.
So all young lions are cunts.
Yeah, pretty much. So Bushi
and Wado. And
yeah.
Wado.
Who was that guy that he wrestled recently that it was in the tournament, I think, or maybe just before, and this guy wasn't like bumping or selling for him, so Bushi just made him do that. Who was that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, it felt fairly recent. It wouldn't surprise me if it was Vegeta or someone young like that.
Maybe it was Hanma.
It's possible. But like Bushi, I also like Blake Christian. This is fucking fun and fast-paced shit. And I like Blake sort of like I don't know what my note means. He sort of rolls back in to get into Bushi in the head. So he gets Bushi in the head in some weird, wonderful way, which I really like.
They do like how Bushi has the rewind kick. Well, Blake Christian also has like, I miss a kick, but then I hit it on the way back, and they like traded that. That's probably what you're talking about.
Do you remember that match? No, it wasn't a match, a series of matches. It was just Aussie Open. Either one of them didn't really matter. Wrestling Goto. And just how you and I were just like, where's this Goto been? Like, I like this dude. Because he just brought like this really cool vibe out of, Goto.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say Blake and Bushi was like that for me, but I like Bushi, so I don't know. I felt like Bushi was kind of vibing off Blake Christian. They were doing all sorts of really fun, high fly, high impact shit. I really freaking like this match. Blake hits his cutter too, and hits his 450 splash for the win. Man, should heels have moves that fucking badass? Like, Jesus Christ, that's too badass for a heel. But I'm so glad when he hits it. It's Blake on 8 points, Bushi on 6. This was really cool.
Okay, my notes say Blake on 10 points, Bushi on 6. So one of those is true. I don't know which one.
See, the thing is, the thing is, Mr. Guy, I understand this, but did you do your points at the end of the thing? Because, like, these are my notes for this night, whereas my absolute up-to-date notes, and I also do these when I'm drunk or fresh on gardening supplies. So, there's mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
At least we're remembering to put all the scores in.
Yeah, well, okay, so I think that Blake is that skilled heel character that Hayata is, but he's much more entertaining. So, I kind of like watching Blake a little more. I think that match was awesome, and I've really enjoyed him in the tournament. There is some drama with him, by the way, that maybe you don't know about, and I don't know much about, but apparently, like, he was GCW champion when he came into the tournament, but they stripped him of the title, and they're having some like gauntlet match for it. But it's because they announced him for a show that was like during the Best of Super Juniors tournament or something. I don't know.
Wouldn't he have, like, I find it hard to believe. I know he's a heel character, but Suzuki didn't try to murder me, remember? It's true. Evil, it seemed very personal in real life. What the fuck was I saying?
Oh man! So you were talking about Blake Christian, and we were talking about.
So, like, I find it hard to believe, like, he wouldn't be like, "Hey, I know I'm GCW champion, but like, New Japan's giving me this opportunity. I'll be gone for a month." So, like, I don't know, what the fuck are they? Then they just strip him like this when he's in the tournament too.
Yeah, it seems Bush League, but
bullshit, doesn't it?
That's indie wrestling, so nothing different there. That's what we expect. But anyway, so I just wanted to mention that because I'm sure someone out there actually knows what's going on, but it's not us. So next look, we have
Matt Cardona again. Woo.
Next we have, man, thank God I don't watch that. If I watched it and bitched about it, I'd be like all those other.
If I'm watching one of them Bush League promotions, I'm watching the one that's giving Brett all the gold, man.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they're not Bush League, are they? If they got Brett as champion,
yeah, that's right.
Automatically up to the like at least AAA, But anyway, next, Luke, we have another match. It is Ishimori versus Drilla Maloney, and this could be trouble for Maloney, right? Because of his arm issues, right? So we got Bullet Club versus Bullet Club. Let's see how it goes.
This match is nasty in a good way.
Ishimori goes right to the fuck your arm, right? And Maloney reverses the like neck crank thingy into one of his own by rolling out of and into the move. Maloney tries to remove Ishimori's head from his shoulders by yanking on it and stuff like that. So we get a Canadian cravat of doom from Maloney like that. And he works on the neck more and more. So he tries to get that neck crank thing again, but Ishimori kicks him and hits a rolling neck breaker of his own. And they do like 10,000 reversals in just like 2 seconds. And Ishimori gets the boner lock on, right? Drilla gets to the ropes right away because he knows he's fucked. Then he hits a Styles Clash, which is, I guess, a move everyone in Bullet Club hits, which I don't understand, but whatever. So Maloney hits a gore for the first time in the tournament, and Drillakilla is countered into a bloody cross, and Ishimori wins. It was a good short match, nothing really to write home about here. We got Ishimori on 10 points and Drilla Maloney on 8.
That's right. That's correct. I did like this, though. I thought that there's a bit of extra stank in this. Like, there's no comedy here. It's just like, it's just war dog shit. They just went out and beat each other up. I liked it. Next, we have Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Titan. Kanemaru's on 4. Titan's on way too many points, on 10.
Yes.
He should have about double the points of Dragon Dia. What's double zero?
Settle.
Oh, yes. Fucking.
Settle.
Yeah. That's right. So, no Kanemaru Gambit because it's in the ring. I'm sorry. It doesn't count. Has to be outside there. That's how it works. But he attacks T10 as T10 does his dumb poses in the corner. His jacket's still on as T10 does a dive. But Kanemaru, he takes over and he fucks with T10's mask in the corner. There's major Kanemaru fuck your leg and a knee smash on the outside. Like, I feel like last Best of Super Juniors was like the festival of the renaissance of the knee smash. And this year's, it's like we still get them knee smashes, but every once in a while, there'll be a match where someone's got this high angle twist, but across the leg, backwards fucking flip, boom, knee smash somehow. So they're taking fuck your leg to a whole new level. Also, I want a Best of the Super Juniors theme tune next year, New Japan, that has the words "fuck your leg" in it.
Yeah, come on, man. It's in the words in parentheses, but I mean, we want to hear it. We want to actually hear it.
So it should be like BOSJ, fight, fuck your leg.
Yes, exactly.
Something like that. It. So he does a knee smash on the outside, Mr. Yoshinobu Kanemaru, who's a fucking prick, by the way. I haven't forgotten. T10 does like this F5 thing and a tope con hero. Fucking T10. Like doing awesome shit. And I'm just like, dude, I've already decided I don't like you. Stop it.
He wins too much.
Really freaking good. He does win too much for me. He dodges a whiskey bottle, and there's a Muda lock. But Kanemaru, he slimes his way out of it by gouging the eyes and all that kind of shit. Then Kanemaru, he makes me really happy. I take it back. You're not a motherfucker. Oh, you are. I think you'd rather me call you that than an okay guy, heel master. But he does me a solid by rolling T10 up for a 1-2-3. Kanemaru on 6 points and T10 still on 10. I love that match because Kanemaru won and T10 did not.
Kanemaru threatened to do one of the most evil things that any pro wrestler anywhere in the world could do. And that is to take off Teton's mask, because we know whatever's under there is going to blind us.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Definitely.
like, it's like, how dare you put it back on? He tried it a bunch of times, and the referee was like, no. Kenta Sato's like, no, we all like our eyes. We don't want to go blind, So, Pinche ciego means fucking blind in Espanol, by the way. So anyway, all right. You're welcome. Always education, is important to us here. So anyway, next, Luke, we have Kevin Naito versus Clark Connors, and this is LA Dojo Wars. And guess who likes LA Dojo Wars? Marty Asami. So he's coming out here, and so will Clark be seeking more revenge on the Chumper from the other day? Remember he speared Chumpy and then just punched him in the face a bunch of times. Will Marty be looking for revenge? Let's find out. So we get a fast start with running moves, but it slows down immediately with Clark taking over. Kevin hits a nasty drop kick at one point and beats up Connors in the corner. And Marty calmly explains that they should move the match to the middle of the ring. You can't win in the ropes. He's like, you got it over there, Kevin. You see.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty fun. So
he likes explaining the rules.
He does.
That's definitely something we're picking up.
Well, and he explains them differently to guys he likes and guys that he doesn't like, so it's like when it's somebody he doesn't like, it's no, it's not the inside voice. When it's someone he likes, he uses his inside voice and speaks to them respectfully, which is shocking. So
it's all right.
Anyway.
I've heard a few give ups, and I've heard also a few give up,
or are you okay, Toki? Anyway, big dive from Kevin after he knocks Connors to the floor with a drop kick, and Kevin kicks a chip shot attempt into Clark's face. So running springboard off the apron, shotgun drop kick to Clark, who is sat in a chair. Some jumping from Kevin to avoid attacks from Connors on the outside, but he runs into a power slam on the floor. Connors lays a chair on Kevin, then grabs Murashima and slams Murashima onto that, all while Chumpy is counting. Which is funny. So
Chumpy's definitely counting, because previous to that, he was just like, get in the ring.
It's like the middle.
Just getting apoplectic about it.
Kevin jukes Connors to get in and beat the count, and Connors avoids the springboard dropkick, so Kevin hits the rolling splash instead. Kevin Knight and Blake Christian have very similar movesets, I've noticed. It's like the same moveset, which is interesting, Yeah. I wonder if Kevin could work it as a heel. But Bouye spot up and over in the middle of the ropes, which is something you never see. So there's the thing where the guy charges into the corner. The guy's in the corner with his back to him. He goes up and the guy goes under him, right? They did that in the center of the ropes, which was different. I was like, That's pretty cool. I bet you it's a little harder, So in my many hours of ring experience, I didn't get to try that one, so we weren't allowed to do springboards, on the first.
All you needed was the schoolboy.
Yeah, that's it. That and how to get heat. So anyway, Kevin dodges the spear, but runs right into one a moment later. Standing top rope Rana from Kevin, and he tries the spike DDT, but Connors reverses it. And Kevin Knight reverses that into probably the best spike DDT we've ever seen from him. That was incredible looking. Great. And both these boys are tied at 8.
Yeah. I used your logic that you have of like, these are tag guys. Knight could win this. And Murashima's face every time he's used as scoop slam fodder is just hilarious.
Scoop slam fodder. It's another great band name,
And I did like this drop kick dodge that Clark had into the pounce. It was fun. Kevin's still getting up, and he wasn't even in like a full position yet, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here for the pounce, sorry, man, boom."
Yeah, how come they don't say it's got to be the shoes then?
Yeah,
I mean, he's helping.
You need a heel commentator to do that, and we don't have those in New Japan Pro Wrestling at the moment. Yeah, Gino, where are you, man? What are you doing? He's too busy beating the shit out of people in Aussie wrestling, man. He's doing great. All right. Where are we? Next, we have a match I fucking adore, except for the finish. I think this might be one of my favorite matches of the tournament. fucking don't like this finish. It is Robbie Eagles on 10 points versus Hiromu Takahashi on 8. It's Vegeta out again with Robbie supporting his man. Hey, look, it's Chumpy here. Only Chumpy deserves to ref a match of this magnitude. There's a gnarly chop battle on the outside after a cheer off. So there's a bit of a cheer off. Hiromu wins, but it's Hiromu. It's like going into a cheer off against Naito. I'm like, you could be Okada or Tanahashi, and I'm like, they're going for Naito anyway. Like then in fact the crowd's going to be asleep until like Naito or some of his friends come out. Like that's the power of Naito. Anyway, Hiromu has that. He wins that cheer off. Gnarly chop battle too. And Robbie's chest is bleeding. Like they fucking crunched each other. Then they like, this is a cool spot. They break the count, and then Robbie kind of catches Hiromu, and then just knee smash to the floor. Awesome. Hiromu can't do a Rana. And there's a PK kick on Hiromu's knee. There's just awesome targeted wrestling. Yeah, his shirt says the Lim Reaper. Yeah. He's the Reaper.
It's reaping them.
Yeah.
You know? He needs to come out with evil scythe. Remember that?
Yeah. So I don't know. Someone's going to have a sewing kit or something. I don't know. So Robbie then does like a pitch perfect looking dive that looks like he got shot out of a cannon. He kind of glances off Hiromu's back, lands, and just lands like way, way, way into the crowd. I thought it looked fucking awesome. There's a missile drop kick to the Hiromu's leg. Hiromu catches like a meteora, and Robbie's sent face first in the corner. There's one of the major stories of this match as well is for some reason Robbie wants the turbo backpack. He just wants to hit that move. And if a man who's won multiple Best of Super Juniors is going to kick out or reverse that move, 3, 4, hell, 5, no, 100 times this match, then I don't know, man. Maybe that's maybe my one niggle. There's a little too many turbo backpack attempts for me. That's probably it. Oh, and Hiromu winning. But they do work those in well. Some of the ways he gets the turbo backpack position in are from him reversing Hiromu anyway. So I get it. It's good stuff. But there's a turbo backpack again but a front slam and like a gnarly knee smash on Hiromu. There's a victory royal. No, it's turned into a Ron Miller special. And Hiromu makes the ropes. There's a sliced bread. Robbie goes for that. And see, that's the thing about this match. Like it always turns around with Hiromu coming back with from it some kind of turbo backpack attempt. Stop. No. So there's a time bomb 2 again, but no. Oh, okay. We get the turbo backpack. Awesome. But it's not the finisher. Like, if it was his finisher, I'd probably get why he'd want to hit it so much, like the suplex de la Luna. But it's not Robbie Eagles' finisher. It's like one of his signature moves. Anyway, there's a Ron Miller dead center in the ring, and it goes on for so long that I'm like, Chumpy, you look stupid now. Call the bell, please. Call the bell. Call the bell. All right, now it's gone comically too long. Hiromu's winning, isn't he? Lame roll up. And Hiromu on 10. Robbie's on 10. Man, I came in going like, I love this match. And as I'm talking about it, I'm remembering going, there's a few too many turbo backpack things in this match. But they use that to tell the story of the match. I like it a lot, except for that ending, because, I don't know, Hiromu in the finals does not excite me at all. It gives me severe soft on. So there is that.
I'm sad that the result of this match affected your enjoyment of it because it's fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
Tremendous. And
it's great.
All the like reversal stuff that you're talking about was great. And I thought worked organically in the match. The reason why Robbie wants to start that is because it's part of his whole plan. And so he's not changing his plan just because Hiromu came up with something to foil his plan. He's still sticking with the plan, because it's worked for him many, many times, and he's beat Hiromu, I believe. So, that same way. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that match was really good. After the match, Marty gets accosted by Robbie Eagles because he can't believe what's going on. And I like a finish where the guy who gets beat isn't beat the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he was just in a match, but he's running around
just got
going,
called for
what
3.
the fuck? Yeah, because he like was about to win. And, you know, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I'm sorry you didn't, but
I like the match.
I'm sorry you hate Robbie Eagles matches now.
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
That's fun. Anyway, next, Luke, we have the main event. It is TJP versus El Desperado.
Yay.
Oh, my God. And at the beginning of this, Chris Charlton goes on this long diatribe about how Desperado has never been unmasked except at his own terms. And I'm like, didn't Show just rip his mask off like 20 times last year?
Yeah.
Why are you coming up with this bullshit? Anyway, and then he says something like, he's been blinded by the unmasking that happened recently or something. And like Walker is like, this is all bullshit what you just said. And he's like, well, El Desperado isn't a guy we see crack easily. So Matt Wrestling to start. I was disagreeing with him at the beginning.
It's funny too, because like really early Walker Stewart wasn't doing stuff like that.
He would just go around. Sure.
Now he's just like, no, I watch every fucking episode. Even when he's not on, you see him live tweeting, like he's watching everything. So
yeah. So he's not putting up with Chris making shit up.
So. No, he is not. Look, you can be inaccurate all you want. I'm not going to be inaccurate. Like that's not the story here. I'm not doing that.
So we obviously get some Matt Wrestling to start, and maybe it has yet to be mentioned, but this crowd is fucking insane. I mean, they aren't Takataichi Mania insane, but they are insane, and I like it. Crowd. So the Matt Wrestling in this is very fancy, of course. Desperado doesn't respect the rope break and goes for a little fuck your arm, changing it up. We get a very, very fancy sharpshooter from TJP with all kinds of accoutrement. And TJP goes for some fuck your arm of his own. And he gets a Pentagon arm break spot while Desperado is screaming like, no, 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 no. And it's like either he's doing a Marty impression or he's doing the thing where, like, you know, when you're about to hit a bad guy, or I guess another boxer with a star punch in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and they go, no, 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 no. That's what Desperado was doing. And
still Punch Out.
And he got his arm broke anyway. So Desperado turns that around, then does a bunch of fuck your arm offense, including the homie arm whip. Everybody doing that move because everybody is a homie. So, and I'm pretty happy about it. So TJP takes back over after hitting an apron drop kick over the corner ropes, which is kind of cool. He was over the corner ropes and hits a drop kick. Kind of neat. So Desperado had fallen to the ground, making sure to land shoulder first. There's some really cool bumps from Desperado in this match in simple situations where he just makes sure he lands like kind of on his shoulder and is like, oh no, fuck, you know, it's great. So, this is some other, commentary bullshit here. So we get the face wash, which shouldn't be very effective on Desperado because he's wearing a mask, right? But Chris says, oh, it's more painful because of the stitching on the inside of the mask you see. And I just was like, why? Why say that? So
that sounds like a load of wank.
It's so dumb.
You know what I've been doing? Sorry, Mr. Guy. You know what I've been doing a lot more lately, if it's both those gentlemen on the commentary? I find myself paying more attention to Walker Stewart and less attention to Chris. I like you, Chris. No offense, but sometimes you say stuff and it makes me go, "Oh, this person's winning." And if you do a few shows in a row, Mr. Chris, you'll do that at least twice. Something like that. And it makes me feel like you know the finishes. Please don't know the finishes. It's more organic commentary that way as well. I don't know, man. So. He's bugging you, whereas I've just kind of learned to just be like, oh yeah, and just wait for the Walker. He knows what's up.
Well, he's coming off as a know-it-all.
Yeah.
And if that's his character, that's fine. But I don't like it when he actually knows the stuff, or if he's just making shit up. It's like, can't tell. So if you didn't watch the show, you wouldn't be able to tell. So anyway,
Yeah.
so we had Three Amigos by TJP. He misses the Mamba Splash. It gets hit with a spear from Desperado. Walker's talking about a disgusting act, and Chris mentions Yujiro's wrestling. See, and then he does something like that, which is like, I think it's funny, but even if it's Yujiro, you can't bury guys.
No, you can't.
Bury guys. So he buries Yujiro, and even when it's Yujiro, it's like, don't do that. So
I wouldn't be burying Yujiro either, because like he's getting pins every tour that he's had. Like if there's a preview match or something, like, hey, you should be saying like nobody likes Yujiro, but he's got this string of victories this fucking tour, like something like that.
You may not like his wrestling and his tactics, but I mean, the guy gets wins. He's in one of the top factions in the company.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, fuck off with your I mean, it was a funny joke, but at the same time, like I said, it's just wrong. So anyway, so we get a guitar of death for 2 from Desperado after a back-to-back struggle, and they fight on the top rope, and Desperado goes down hard, landing on his right shoulder. Laying right on his shoulder. So Mamba Splash, but Desperado gets an arm hold on it too, which is kind of cool. Instead of kicking out, he puts on a hold.
Yeah.
And then they trade holds, Desperado getting numero dos on, which is not a good plan because he's been working the arm the whole match, but he has the bad arm. But TJ, like, he's got him in numero dos. He goes for the bad arm, but TJP flips it over for a pin. And then they both hit big strikes for a large double down, and the crowd is really loud here, as they should be. That was good shit.
I love how your notes tongue tie yourself too.
I mean, it's a lot going on here. So
really fast.
So we have Tornado DDT from TJP, and he runs into an Olympic Slam and another guitar of death for 2. Rumors of the guitar of death were much exaggerated. It's still alive. So they do a bunch of awesome reversals while in the double underhook position. That's kind of cool. Like, you know, he's going for the pinche loco, and then they pinche this, and then they pinche that. And it's tremendous. So super kick from TJP and a spine buster for El Desperado for a double down. Desperado tries a pinche loco on the apron, which was going to be like to the floor, which was like, hell yeah, kill him. But TJP hangs him on the apron for a splash. Mamba Splash for 2. One more, and TJP gets a big win. He is on 6 points. Desperado is on Diaz.
Yeah. I really like this match. It's great. It's not as good as Robbie versus Hiromu, but I still really like it. And I also don't like the finish. Like, the finish is well wrestled. Don't get me wrong when I say I don't like the finish. It's well wrestled. It's well put together. And I just didn't want TJP to win. Yeah, that's all it was. But no. This was great stuff. But, you know, TJP is going to make things look super crisp and smooth and all that. But Despy's a bit of a roughhouser, so there's a bit of a roughness to this too. This just kind of, they merge really well. And I wish they had gone closer to the time limit, because I felt like I could have watched these guys wrestle for a long time. It was awesome.
That is important to point out, though, Luke, is that we have yet to have a draw. And
That
remember last year in the G1, they were like draw. It was like so happy to have everybody in a draw and all this shit. So it's interesting how they've gone away from that. And I'm assuming we will get a draw, but it will be in a very dramatic moment where it eliminates both guys or some shit like that, you know. So
absolutely. All right, let's do it. We're at night 10. Where are we at for night 10, Mr. Go?
Shizuoka Kramisina, and this building is wild looking. It's got these like gold bar looking things on the walls all around it, and other than that, it's just another fucking conference room. But at the same time, it looks a little different. It's cool. They tried. You know, it's not big palette, but I mean, I'm doing something.
No. Yeah, it's not a big drab gray square. There's some flair there, so I appreciate that. We both do, obviously. All right, so we start off with a match that's Shomikato and Katsuya Murashima versus Kosei Vegeta and Robbie Eagles. Oh, that's because Robbie Eagles is supposed to wrestle Akira tonight. Now, I find it interesting that Robbie, who the commentators and everyone, even himself, has mentioned that he's a wrestling teacher, is so mad from the night before that he beats up students. Just fucks them up. Like, straight up, as soon as the bell rings, like, Robbie's just like, fucking almost pie-faced Shomikato right away shoves him. It's like, oh, okay. It's really fun also seeing Murashima take a beating in this, just because his face is so expressive. I love it. if you put a mask on this guy, that would be a crime. I think you messaged me something to that effect as at some point. I'm pretty sure it was you. So yeah, no, this just made me laugh. Nice to see Robbie be a fucking douchebag. He's not happy because he wasn't fucked at the end of the match and he lost. So yeah, he wins with his kick move and he just fucking leaves. He's just like, screw this shit. I'm out of here. I need to rest up for my next match. Bye.
Yeah,
Oh no, I need to piss off so I can come back to be on commentary. And
yeah, he's going to be on commentary, and on commentary he will explain that he's angry because he should have had the night off. That's what he thought. He's like, why don't you give me the night off to rest? Instead, you got me wrestling a match that doesn't matter. And he refused to wrestle at parts of that match. And it was like, wow, that's interesting. You know, I don't know if I've seen that before from him. So,
why am I potentially wrestling and injuring myself on when you know, like, yeah, he's got a point.
Fair. Yeah,
hey, remember that time Honma and Makabe beat two people in the best Super Junior tag league?
Yes.
In a fucking, oh my god.
Anyway. Wow, that was one of the most. Yeah, World Tag League was weird that year too. That's when we had the Sapphire Sheriffs. So,
yeah, that's true.
So. All right, next week we got Yujiro and Kanemaru versus Gato and Connors. This is awesome. Anytime Gato's wrestling, I love it. But when it's Bullet Club versus Bullet Club, it's always good times. So Connors offers a hand, you know, and so does Kanemaru, but Connors just attacks him. It was a ruse. And, you know, it was a Kanemaru gambit to Kanemaru, which is disgusting.
Yeah, so how dare you?
So Kanemaru starts working Gato's beard, and Yujiro does some funny like holds and pins, but he's doing it while like pulling on the beard the whole time. It's great. And he's these guys are healing out so much on Gato that the crowd starts a Gato chant. And
I fucking loved that.
It happens a few times in this match. It's so funny, man. And Connors is egging him on, you know. So he tags in and runs wild, and the ref gets used as a shield by Kanemaru. Gato and Yujiro face off, and it's not terrible. Little juice, and it's amazing. That was a fun match. Connors and Kanemaru trash talk after the match. Is what I was trying to say.
I found that hilarious that Yujiro and Kanemaru are so hated that we get a Gato chant, multiple Gato chants. Not a short one, but it's loud. Gato, Gato,
it's Gato, Gato.
I'm like, am I in an alternate universe or something? What's going on? But I guess in an alternate universe, going by Star Trek logic, Gato would be clean shaven, not
that's true.
bearded. That's right.
Yeah, he's from the Mirror Universe, and I just know that every single fan that was chanting for Gato was giggling a little bit too while they were doing
it.
So.
We're chanting for Gato. Can you believe it? Yeah, that's. No, I can't. That was really good. I like this crowd. If they're going to do shit like that.
Now we just need a couple people doing that one, you know.
Next, we have Blake Christian, who, by the way, how good of an advertisement is it for your promotion to have the champion wrestle in a prestigious tournament? Fucking idiots.
What? Hayata and Blake Christian don't have their belt. I don't know if Blake Christian's been stripped at this point or not, but he didn't have his belt either.
He had been. They talk about it on commentary. Yeah.
They're both fucking champions. Well, they were.
Anyway, so. Well, yeah, Blake has a haircut and a shave. So he looks less like a fucking asshole, but he's still the asshole I love.
I'm not happy
he's
about
great.
that, man.
No. You think he looks a little bit too... Yeah, he's getting a little facey now. Now, if I'm thinking like, hey, I like some of your look, I'm like, nah, you've spoiled the pot. Grow that hair out and beard, dude.
I think it'd be funny. It'd be funny if he wrestled in jeans, you know, because he just like, and not tight jeans, like just jeans from the store, you know, and he'd come out looking so shitty and then just crush it. That'd be funny.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. So he's obviously been bombarded with so many Manscaped commercials that he's trimmed his beard and mustache and stuff. Well, his mustache, he doesn't have a beard. Anyway, he's with Hayata and they're wrestling El Desperado and Tiger Mask. And Tiger's go Tiger. He's here to hit the mat. What I really love about this match though is the Desperado and Blake Christian preview shit. Please tell me it's a preview for both of them, because that was the best shit of the match. I fucking loved it. And then I also really liked Blake Christian doing me a solid and hitting a 450 splash on Tiger Mask for the pin. Go Blake. Go Blake.
Go mustache. That'd be great. Anyway, next, Luke, we have Salty Robbie joining Walker on English commentary, and he's an asshole, and he says he should have had the night off, and he doesn't care about TJP, he says. So this next match is Newman and TJP versus Teton and Suji. Hey, Suji. So, by the way, this is a fantastic tag match. It's tremendous, man.
It's great.
Teton gets the El Muda lock late in the match, but Newman breaks it up. Teton takes an incredible bump on a TJP Tornado DDT. We get the Prince of Pace spot, of course. It's a long match. And Teton hits his stupid botch lariat in sequence when he's trying to do a double move with Suji. And Suji's like, oh, where'd you go? Oh, okay, get in the ring again so we can finish her. Oh. And then Suji and Newman tear it up. So do TGP and Teton. That's kind of that's a great matchup that I'm hoping this is a preview. I'm assuming this is a preview for, but I like them less than the other two. So anyway, springboard curb stomped in the corner, and Suji pins Newman. Tremendous tag match. Teton trash talks TJP after the match, and TJP don't care. He don't care about you, Teton.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm really I don't care about that match. Teton versus TJP. But I'm not looking forward to it because their preview stuff right here is kind of technical and awesome. So, yeah, I'll have a good time watching the match. But I've got no stakes in it really.
The past 2 years, their matches have been tremendous in the tournament, so it'll be fantastic.
Absolutely. All right. So next we have Kevin Knight and Tomoaki Honma versus poor Honma versus Tetsuya Naito and Bushi. Oh my god, boo. Oh my god, Honma in this match is fucking funny. You know what's funnier to me? Naito's he's entertaining as fuck, by the way, don't get me wrong, but he's in low gear. He's in such low gear. He's like, you know what? Yeah, Honma, you can hit your double DDT bulldog thing move on Bushi and me. Fuck it. Whatever. Yeah.
Does that
fine. But say Naito eat it, it's like, oh, okay. Naito's bumping and stuff for Honma, and it's just kind of weird to me. I'm just
backstage, they're like, well, so is Honma get in 2 moves or 3 moves in this match? Because he's got 4 total. So let's not get all the way to 4. Then we got nothing left on the table, So. Yeah.
And this match is a little rough. It's probably because Mr. Knight, he's like, Honma, can you do most of this? I want to kind of rest a bit. And I understand that. I get it. Yeah, I get that. But most of this match is Honma. No offense, I'm a Honma fan, but he's not on top form tonight.
He falls down. At one point, he just falls down. Naito's trying to put a neck breaker on him, and he's like, "Where'd he go? Oh, he fell down over there." It's terrible. Poor Honma.
Oh my god.
It was funny.
Yeah. I wasn't mad when Naito tapped Honma out either. I was like, yeah, that tracks. Thank you.
It's funny. Chris Charlton isn't going, oh, Honma sucks. You know what I mean? Why isn't he burying Honma? He must like Honma. So just saying. It's irritating.
That's right.
Luke, I have a question for you. Is this A block or B block?
It's a B block.
All right. So next we have a B block tournament matchup. It is Dragon Dia. Will he finally get points? He's wrestling Ninja Mac. Probably not. So this match is fun. It starts off fast, and they do all the flippy flops right and left and center. So Dia tries a dive, and Ninja hits him on the way across the border. Ninja beats up the little guy. He comes back after Spanish Fly and a bunch of other flippy flops. They get a little too ambitious and try some move with Dragon Dia standing on Ninja's shoulders, and it just doesn't work. And ends up being a stomp, which I don't think it was supposed to be. And then Ninja Mac wins. It's 8 points for Ninja Mac, 0 for Dragon Dia.
Yeah. And Robbie rags on Dragon Dia for having no points as well. So, big time. You know, if I was at this stage of the tournament, no points. Actually, never mind. That's never happened to me. No, it hasn't. So, man, I like Robbie the other night on commentary. He's a bit more chipper, a bit more happy, a bit more, bouncy on commentary. He's great tonight. He's a bit of a grumpy prick, and I like that too. We get a different side to Robbie Eagles. He's doing his best Grumpy 2 impression on the fucking commentary, and I'm loving that shit. It's fucking funny.
Oh, Grumpy 3.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. That's actually, I think that's Charity's Tweety handle. So he's number 4 now.
Grumpy 4.
That's right.
It's a lot of grumps. It's a lot of grumps.
That's right. It's a lot of grumpy people in the world. Anyway,
a lot of grumps, but only one chump.
That's right. And he's here. He's here to witness something truly special. It is Doki, who's currently on 8 points, versus Kishida, who's also currently on 8 points. So there's some fun mat wrestling to start, but I'm on edge this whole match because it's Doki, and I want him to win. Like, I feel like I've transferred all of my... I get mad. Do you know how I'd get unreasonably mad if Jay White lost, even though he's a heel and his job is to be a douchebag and get his comeuppance? I'd be like, no, I don't like it. I want him to win all the time, and I get emotional. It's Doki for me. Like, it's no secret. So I'm on edge this whole time. Doki, he puts Kushida in a stretch only. Only for Doki to have it like reversed. He tries to get out of it too, and it doesn't work. Nah, Kushida's got you going against Kushida with your mat game. You got to have a black belt in that shit because that's what Kushida does. So he has to make it to the ropes, Mr. Doki. Kushida, he sends Doki shoulder first into the corner. There's a scoop slam to the floor, and I hate Kushida now. Fuck you! How dare you do that to Doki? Scoop slam him on the floor, and Kushida, he even goes for a count out. What a fucking prick! Then he fucking rolls out only to scoop slam Doki onto the floor again. Now I'm really scared, but this is heel Kushida, of course. Like, I guess the memo here is let's put Doki over. Lots of Doki chants too. Lots of Dokis. I'm loving it.
Oh yeah.
Kushida puts Doki in a fucking figure 4 arm lock. And I'm like, fuck, man. I love that you're doing that move, but not on Doki. Fuck off.
Somebody else. Do it to Yujiro.
Do it to anyone else. Anyone. Yeah, anyone else. So
anyone or anything. Do it to Dragon Dye's skateboard, okay? Just
leave
Doki out of it.
Yeah. Put it on Honma as he's falling over. So yes. By the way, I'm saying all this stuff, but Doki's selling like a maniac in this match. The scoop slams on the thing, the shoulder. He's selling that he's totally fucked. Figure 4 arm lock is just amazing, and I like it too because Doki is too fucked for that Doki Choki, so he can't hit it. But he can hit that Doki Dodon for 2. There's a cartwheel dropkick onto Doki. Kushida seems to have Doki's everything scouted. It was like the previous match when Ninja Mac was just like, I've seen you, Kushida. Just, it's Kushida. Everyone's seen him. I've got your measure. But Kushida, he kind of treats Doki like, you ain't shit. You're fucking just Doki. Fuck you. So, so I really, really like that. Like he also does it. I love this move Kushida's been doing, the Tanaka punch. I fucking love that move. But once again, he does it to Doki, and I'm like, no. So I'm sitting on my hands. I'm on like edge of my seat here. But Doki finally he manages to hit some offense. He goes with like an apron rebound DDT to the floor, daybreak into a Doki Choki, and Kushida's frothing at the mouth. And I love this finish, and I love the refereeing in this finish because I'm fucking laughing and cheering and crying at the same time. Because in the Doki Choki, you can't tap. Doki's got hands. So I watch, and it might as well have been in slow motion for me. I'm watching this. It's heaven. Kushida, he's answering the question with his face going, yes, I can't handle this anymore. I give up. And Chumpy, he must love Doki because Chumpy's like, sorry, what? I didn't quite catch that. And fucking Kushida's just like, I said I give up. And Doki's like, calls for the bell. And I'm especially happy about this because I'm fucking laughing. I'm a bit emotional too because it was so unsatisfying how Doki broke his record to get to 8. It would have been great to see him beat Akira because I think that would have been fucking awesome. Who's to say he might have lost to Akira? We don't know. But to get it that way, shit. But to get you 10 points on a dude like Kushida, who's one of the MVPs this tournament, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck what the scores are. Just like a little bit of cherry on the top. I love this match. It's fucking awesome. And mind you, if it had gone the other way, I might have had a different opinion because I just watched Doki just cop a beating for like 10, 15 minutes. But this is all to make Doki look resilient and facey and awesome. And Kushida managed that amazingly. And yeah, Doki's pretty cool in his own right. I love this. What did you think?
Yeah, it was awesome. Tremendous match. Beating Kushida not only gets him 2 points, not only is beating some like legend, he also eliminated Kushida from the tournament.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fucking awesome. And that just shows
you
how high the scores are this year, that a guy with 8 points gets eliminated. So,
yeah,
but there's only a couple matches left. I guess we'll maybe go over that before we hang it up here for the day. But I was excited just to see Doki get that win. And Marty just leaving Kushida in the hold was so funny. He's just like,
what'd you say, Kushida? What?
Yeah. I don't understand, like, I don't get it.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, and then Marty's like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like the opposite of what refs usually do. They usually
it's like Marty did that for me, for us. He asked him twice.
So that was great. So next, Luke, we have Sho versus Ishimori, and Sho grabs the mic and gets booed, and we get the lay down thing where he's like, oh, you should just lay down for me, or whatever, I'll lay down for you because we're on the same team or whatever it is. But Ishimori just gets mad and starts beating up Sho. So he hits him he bangs the gavel, and he takes him off the turnbuckle pad right in front of the camera, and you claim you didn't see it. So now I know you're lying. So they take turns cheating and beating each other up for a while. Marty gets speared by Sho. He must be friends with Kushida or something. So backstage. So. But low blow from Ishimori, but Sho uses the spanner. Marty can't count though because he's dead. So Yujiro went and got red shoes, which is really funny because it's like babyface Yujiro like bringing out the ref, and a boner lock, and the bell rings. Oh, it's over. Oh no, that's the guy that was just a babyface a second ago. It's Yujiro ringing the bell. So low blow to Ishimori. He counters the pile driver, flipping out, gets a bloody cross for the win. Ishimori's on 12 points. Shows on 10. I like that.
Yeah. I like this too. And we also get another rare thing in this match. It's not quite as loud as earlier for Gato. Probably because like Ishimori is a giant prick, but there are some Ishimori chants in this match. But it's for some reason it was easy. I think everyone knows that Gato's losing a match too if he's there, so he's getting tortured and he's losing. So we're gonna throw him a bone and cheer for him a bit. Ishimori's Ishimori, fuck him, but he got some cheers, just a little bit. But
would you say that they were throwing him a boner lock, maybe?
Oh, ooh, yeah, I hope so. Yes, lock. Yes, lock. I do. All right. So next, this important thing comes out because the crowd just immediately goes fucking wild. Why? Because Naito just comes out to go to commentary. That's it. Why? Because his friend's out. And it's Hiromu versus the Driller. Now, I've liked quite a few Drillers matches this tournament, and I'm ragging him for winning too much, and his booking annoys me, but you can't not enjoy a Hiromu match. Like, it's just impossible, right? Well, I thought so. This match is boring, man. I just couldn't get into it, especially like I watched Sho Ishimori. That was amazing. I watched Doki Kushida. That was even better. Like, I'm on a high right now. This match should be like, all right, I see a dude that looks like Driller. You know what I don't think?
Holds.
Holds.
Mat wrestling.
Mat wrestling. Look, it made sense for the Akira match. I get it. And it makes sense in this match too, but I want to see you pick people up and throw them. I want to see you drive them into the mat, shoulders first, power bombs and Driller killers, like lariats and stuff. Like, what are you doing, Driller? Because this match is kind of slow in places and it doesn't really pick up. It's like that rare instance in New Japan where you get two wrestlers that are pretty good at what they do, and just the chemistry just isn't there between them or something. And then you know what gets me out of this match as well? When the commentators point out that with the scores as they are, with Ishimori and Hiromu now being equal score, or something like that. Oh no, Ishimori's on 12, right? Hiromu's on 10. He's in second place anyway. He's wrestling, I think, Ishimori in the final. So Hiromu technically doesn't even need to win this match to advance.
Why would they shouldn't have said that?
They should never have said that.
No.
Not only that, they should never have booked this for that unless you were going to have Driller win. Why wouldn't you have had Driller win this match? Like, if Hiromu doesn't need to win it anyway, it's to show that everything matters and all this. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I think that they want certain guys to be tied at this point. I think that's why. But I mean, not everything's going to be perfect as far as the booking goes. But what doesn't help is going, hey, this match doesn't matter. You know?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't say that. Also, with the way that the scores will be, because this has got what I don't even like the finish of this match either. Because what happens is Driller killer, foot on the ropes. It's from Hiromu. That's fine. But then, like 2 seconds later, roll up. Hiromu wins. And I'm like, really? That's okay.
That's how he beat Robbie Eagles too.
Yeah,
and he's pissing everybody off. So.
Hey, I like to think I'm consistent. I didn't like it the first time, and I don't like it here. It also, like, you could have used this opportunity to make Driller Maloney look like a bigger killer by, like, don't even win the tournament. There's heaps of guys on 10 points anyway. Doki, Show, and Eagles all have 10, right? Maloney on 10 probably wouldn't have changed. Don't see it changing things all that much. Now, the problem I have here, Mr. Guy, with B Block now is two gentlemen are on 12 points. Only two. So only two people can fucking win the tournament. Ishimori, B Block, Ishimori or Hiromu. So none of the other matches matter now. There's no, like, stakes where, like, at least 3 to 4 matches will have some things. And you know what? Ishimori and Hiromu are your choices? Fuck bad. All right. No, I love the wrestlers. I love them. And I love Ishimori. They'd be great. But they've both won the tournament before. And I knew they were going this way as soon as they said main events at Dominion. Why couldn't you have the main event at their own show and then have the junior match? What, you don't want to have Show and Evil co-main event? Why not? Bugs me.
Well, I didn't like that match either. So let's back up a little bit. You know, so I didn't like that match either. I felt like that they didn't gel at all. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with the booking. I don't care who wins, but I feel like that. You know, every year we get to a certain part of the tournament and we start to see where things are going, and you get mad every time. So, you know, I'm just along for the ride here, man. You know, but as you said, there's two guys and that can win, and it's Hiromu and Ishimori. I like that story because that's you've never seen them in the finals of a Best of Super Juniors block. So, no, you haven't, you know what I mean? But at the same time, what I was going to say before you so rudely cut me off with your outburst is that, I think that it's like picking up on what happened last year. I feel like this was maybe the plan last year and it didn't happen because Ishimori got hurt. So we got to come back and do it because we owe it to these guys to get them that spot, or whatever. So I'm not mad. Who cares? Who did you want to win? Doki? I mean, he's not going to win, man. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's, and then the only guy I see for winning A block is Despy. That's it. So we're
good.
Despy Hiromu.
Yes.
I roll.
What?
I know the match.
I don't. That's like saying, "Oh my God, Tanahashi and Okada again." What I mean?
I know the match. I know the match is going to be amazing, but I don't know. I want different things for Despy, and I have.
Wano just won the tournament last year. We just got something different. We're going back to something maybe that's the same. I don't think it's a problem. I don't have a problem with it, but I
don't want Hiromu there. I don't want him in the finals. I'm sick of him in the finals. I'm bored of it. In the finals. Oh, he's going to win his 16,000th one. Oh, you bot. Use all them wings to fly into the sun. He's got enough of them now. No more wings. He's got enough wings. I like Hiromu, but sometimes they Ibushi book him for me, and I don't like.
Let me ask you a question, Luke, that might make you feel better. Okay, so Hiromu and Ishimori have been in New Japan together for many years. How many singles matches do you think they've had? I got the stat from John Schmanchma.
I don't know, like 8?
9. They've only had 9 singles matches, and that's like one a year.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not.
It's just, look. I said something earlier on in the tournament. It was a prediction, and it's kind of coming to pass. And I don't like that.
And well, how about this?
I'd rather it be slapped with a curveball or two or something. I don't know. But it's just like having all the safest guys with the highest points in the finals. And I'm like,
well, check this out.
Man.
You said that none of the other matches mean anything, but that's not true. So Ishimori could, if he wins, he advances. If Hiromu wins, he advances. But if Hiromu loses and Doki beats Robbie Eagles, who he's never beat, Doki, right? So to the finals, so of the block.
All right.
So there's other stuff that could happen here, and that
Doki. Are they doing the top 2 finals thing like last year? Are they?
Yes, they are. Yeah. Okay. So Doki and Robbie Eagles is a meaningful match for us anyway. It now has double meaning because if Robbie spoils that for Doki, man, fuck Robbie, right? So, and that might happen. Because Doki's never beat Robbie Eagles.
I'm not 100% sure if Robbie still tunes in. He's busy, man. Like, he probably doesn't want to listen to a podcast talking about shows he's involved with straight away or anything. I don't know. But we love you, and you know it, Robbie. But we're going to be really mad if you beat Doki.
Yeah, don't beat Doki. Just don't show up. All right. Just lay down for Doki. It's fine.
Thanks for laying a bit of like, hey, Luke, chill. Like, I like a bit of that. Now, see, that's the thing. Like, I don't do the bracket thing too much because I don't want to look ahead too much. So, all right. So, it's not about who's the highest of the block. All right, we got to milk it out another night by having the 2 finalists have another match each, I guess.
Oh, okay. Shit. Hanare is back too. I'm looking at the next B block show, which is on Friday, May 31st, which is tomorrow. And it looks like that. The next. It's the second to next match. It's the next match. It's not the next match. The show is the one after. But Hanari's back on preview tags that night too. Big weekend.
Awesome.
All on Zack Sabre Jr.'s back. Fucking all kinds of people. We got Oleg.
I know Wrestling Logic, can sometimes dictate. Don't have this wrestler come back until like the big show, or whatever. Fuck that. Get him back in the ring, back in front of crowds, couple tag matches, freshen him up for everyone, freshen himself up in the crowd, in the ring. Let's go. Oh, I'm so pumped for to see him potentially be our Never champion.
I mean, it's going to happen, Luke. But before that, we also have tomorrow's show, which is an A block show, and that main event is Desperado versus Hayata. Desperado, Hayata, and Blake Christian and Teton all have the same record. So there's a bunch of fucking like shit that could happen in the morning, which will be fun. So, hey, it's not so bad, buddy.
Thanks, man. I do appreciate that, actually. Like, you know, that's why there's two of us, everyone. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, what's that line by Sid as he's talking to Kevin Nash and Scuttle?
Half the brain, if you
had half the brain that I have, you'd have half the brain that you do, or something like that. It's something like that, and that's what we have, I guess. So yeah, it works out.
I only have half of a brain. It is true.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Well, we only use 10% of our brains anyway, so like,
yeah. So and if you're in
and
the ring versus me,
all of that is in the half brain that I have. So like,
but if you're in the ring with me or in the ring with Kojima, that's a 33.3% chance though of winning. So.
Yeah, I think so. I've seen your mathematics, and he doesn't forget to add Kurt Angle to the mix. Oh my goodness, we have done it. 10 nights of the best of the Super Juniors. Not as grueling. We haven't had any.
No, the schedule's a joke, man. The schedule's been a joke. I love it. It's awesome.
It's fucking easiest round robin tournament I think we've ever covered. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm feeling all right. Like, we haven't had a. I remember last year we had that night. No, I don't think the listeners realize this, but one time back when we did this the old way of recording, we did a whole episode of the best of the Super Juniors covering 4 nights. And neither of us noticed. And neither of us had noticed that we hadn't pressed record. And we each saw each other's soul just be crushed as we fucking realized that 3 hours is gone.
We got to do it again and try to sound happy about it.
Oh my fucking Christ! So nothing like that's happened. It's been a fucking dream. This is nice. Do this for the G1 too.
Yeah.
Suddenly have 4 days off in it, mind you. Yeah. By day 2, I messaged you and I was like, "This is too many days off. I want some tournament now, please."
Hey man, it's all good, you know. But yeah, well, I like both those nights. I'm excited to see what happens next. We got, you know, a big weekend, and then we got the big finals show at some point, which is in a few days or something. And if you've been listening to the end, you know, a little treat for you. So our 250th episode is coming up soon, very soon, sooner than you think. And we're just by pure coincidence, we're doing something special for it. So you guys will hear that next week. And
which is a fucking relief, because Andy and I have been butting our heads together to think of something special to do. And all we had was, well, jack and shit, really.
I mean, well, we had the prisoner intro.
No, that's the best of the fucking cinema. Star ratings too.
Yes. Okay. You're in. So, hey man.
Oh man. So all right. Unless there's anything to add. No. In Doki can't win. Fuck you. In Doki we trust. I nearly said crust.